So, as you guys know, this is very important. My parents had special documents for me and history of information and guidelines. I'm not ever going to stray from the guidelines of my parents. So, in reference to anybody holding me hostage, anybody blocking me from my money, anybody costing me money, anybody extorting from me, anybody trying to frame me, anybody stealing sperm or eggs or sperm, or anybody trying to steal from my anatomy, anybody damaging teeth, no matter what, you have to get charged, whoever you are. Anybody abusing me, they have to get charged. Anybody belittling my value or wealth, those people need to get prosecuted and charged. I'm not going to stray from the documents of my biological parents. I'm the owner of the estates of my parents, and that's the facts of information. Anybody that has a criminal record, that has been prosecuted or sued before, or had been in court before for violations of them violating my life, or anybody violating my parents' lives, those people need to get ordered into court. The courts are obligated based on factual law, factual history, factual guidelines. If anybody's name's on the hate club list, or any new people's names are on the hate club list that have tried to hurt me or tried to steal from me or tried to abuse me, or they tried to use political power, that is criminal violations, and that is grounds for impeachment, and their activities of their illegal abuses and their conspiring or conspiracy tricks of trying to steal my identity or family wealth. I'm not going to stray from the documents. I'm not going to stray from the guidelines of my parents. So if somebody's name's on the hate club list because they did things to me or they tried to do things to me, they have to get prosecuted for their crimes. I don't date certain types of people. I don't date certain people in certain types of careers for lots of reasons. Safety reasons is the main reason. And financial reasons, just in case anybody tries to steal any money from me, or anybody tries to steal any genetics from me, or any sperm or genetics, genetics and reproductive genetics, or anybody damaging bone, or anybody damaging skin, or anybody marking on my body with their satellites or their handheld devices. They have to get prosecuted no matter what. I'm the child of my parents. I'm the only child, and my biological parents, not any other people. I'm talking about my biological parents. They messed with my mouth again. See, they're still hitting me in the teeth. It's another $50 trillion plus lawsuit or something. And in reference to the guidelines of government refusing to pay previous lawsuits, there's more lawsuits on top of government crimes of their refusal. They are aware of the abuses. They are aware of the actions of their agents, and they're covering it up, which means more lawsuits and impeachment for their people in courts or people in government or people in law enforcement. I'm not going to tolerate any mistaken identity shit, because you've been riding me all the time, hitting me with the satellite all the fucking time, so you're not confused. You're hurting me. Even this other person that you claimed you thought was me is not me, because you haven't gotten off on with your satellite. Don't get nasty. You can get off with your satellite. You've been riding me, torture tracking me all the time, so you're not confused. If they ask any of you satellite controllers who I am and you make up a lie, there's going to be legal right to execute you. You know your abuses, you know what you're doing, you know what you've been doing, you knew what you were doing would cause damage, and we know that for 100% facts. And you're violating my qualities, and the fact that I'm going to be really tall someday, and the fact that you've tried to steal from my identity. And that motherfucker just said something about threatening the president. If you don't provide a time or date and the exact words of what you said, you are going to get the death penalty for accusing me. I'm not going to tolerate it, man. I hope you get the death penalty, or I hope somebody gets to you sooner or later. I don't tolerate shit. And if you accused me of threatening the president, you can get the fucking death penalty. You have been agitating me and harassing me with that, like you were trying to get somebody to threaten the president. I'm not going to tolerate your instigating of any situation. You people was abusing me during the presidency. You accusated to try to spy on me. You accusated to torture me. You accusated to steal from me. And everything you did, don't forget, some of those presidents was involved in the murder of my parents before I even knew which people was involved. The fact that you instigated and fabricated, you can get the death penalty. No fucking matter what. I've never been friends with them. I don't hang out at their houses, never hung out with them. You violated my rights by making up accusations, and you can die for your crimes. You tried to murder me by making up accusations with some president that I didn't even know it was the president you were making shit up about. Didn't know at all. Didn't have no clue. They were just attacking me. I wasn't sure who it was. Come to find out, some man at the presidency made up shit. And that man's name's on the hate club list. Whatever political family was involved, they must get prosecuted for their crimes. I'm not going to tolerate nothing. They should have it on date when this man made this shit up. And the man should get the death penalty or life in prison.